Okay.
Are you local?
No, I'm in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Oh.
Okay. Are we about ready to get started?
Hello.
Hello. How's everyone? Can y'all hear me back in the back?
About through the mic.
All right. Now,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Teddy Skyler.
I hope you don't mind. I'll sit down for this. You know, it's either that or fall, so you need either one. Okay. I'm not real good with microphones, but anyway. So what I'm going to start off doing today is giving you a little bit of talk about what hypnosis is. I've been doing hypnosis for a few years. I do not generally do past life regression in a group setting because sometimes things come out that people don't want the world to know. It also can be very emotional. So what we're going to do today is we're going to increase your psychic ability. And it's my impression that everybody has at least a little bit. Most people turn on their filters and don't get the full advantage of it. So that's what we're going to do today. But I'm going to talk a little bit about hypnosis and clear up some misconceptions you might have. And then at the end, we're going to do a session. You're welcome to stay for the session. You can leave if you'd like. It's up to you, but we'll get to that. So my name is Teddy Skyler, and I am a certified hypnotist. I love you too. So today we're going to learn what hypnosis is. We're going to learn a little bit about frequency and waves. Now, somebody was talking about it last night, talking about frequencies and wavelengths and color and things like that. And they are related to each other. We're going to learn a little bit about how hypnosis can be helpful to the paranormal. We're going to talk just a couple minutes about chakras, which are energy centers in our body. And we're going to do a little test to see how susceptible you are to hypnosis. And then afterwards, at the end, we're going to stimulate your chakras and increase your psychic ability. So, little warning, later on in the presentation, I'm going to play two tones for you. One is an alpha tone and one is a theta tone. And you might feel something. Most people definitely feel the theta. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool to know that sound can make you feel that way. And then later, of course, we're going to do the hypnosis session. And you can participate or you can not. It's up to you. If you do choose to stay and not participate, all I ask is that you be quiet and let other people enjoy it. So let's find out what hypnosis is. Hypnosis is the altered state between being awake and asleep. And we've all been there. We do it every night or every time we try to go to sleep. We slip into a little bit of hypnosis. It's generally brought on by, if you have somebody else doing it, it's a combination of your concentration, relaxation, suggestion, which will come from me, and what you expect to happen. So let's talk a bit about brain waves. Has anybody in here ever had the EEG where they put a bunch of wires on your head? This is what they're looking for. The first one is a beta, and I'm hoping that all of you are in the beta state right now. After last night's party, I'm not sure, but if you have had the sleep study test, at the beginning of the sleep study test, they get you all wired up and they have you open and close your eyes. And they'll have you do that a few times. And what they're looking for is the change between the beta, which is the top one, and the alpha. The minute you close your eyes, your brain waves change. They go from beta to alpha just by closing your eyes. So if you've had that sleep study done, that's what they're looking for to see if you get that change. The theta is where we're going to try to get you all today. And that's with deep relaxation and guided imagery. That's where hypnosis happens. Hopefully we won't go into delta because then you'll start snoring and it won't be good. So we're going to try to keep you at the theta stage, and that's when you're most susceptible to suggestions. So let's first start off by playing an alpha tone, and this is when you just close your eyes. This is the same frequency as when you close your eyes, only it's done in sound. Anybody feel it? Pretty cool, huh? Just that sound can make you do that. Fade is a little bit more disturbing, but it's not bad. Oh. Back one, back one. And you can hear how much deeper that is. Anybody find that unpleasant? You did. Some people find it. It's kind of spooky almost. Which y'all are paranormal investigators. All right, so let's talk about stage hypnosis. A lot of people are really nervous about being hypnotized because they think I'm going to make them quack like a chicken or like a duck or whatever. Here's the thing. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Anybody seen a stage hypnosis show? All right. I know I was talking to somebody last night, and they were pulled up on the stage and then sent back. The trick is all the people that are up on that stage want to act like chickens. And that's the truth. All right, you're not going to do anything under hypnosis that you wouldn't normally do. So you get those people up there, you get their inhibitions lowered a little bit. You gave them enough booze, they'd act like a chicken. So what a stage hypnotist will do is go around the group. They'll usually talk to people beforehand and pull a bunch of them up on the stage, see how willing they are to act like idiots, and the ones that aren't, they send back out to the audience to watch. So I'm not going to do any of that today. You're not going to go home and bark or anything, unless of course you want to, and then we can make that happen. So let's talk about some of the myths. This is my tribute to zombies, Walking Dead. Yay. All right, the first thing is that the hypnotist is going to be in control of your mind. Not going to happen. You are always in control. You never let go of control of your mind. Otherwise, I'd be probably having you give me your cutest animals and the money to feed them. All right. It says only people with weak minds can be hypnotized. The truth is it's actually exactly the opposite, because it does take concentration and being able to hold a focus in order to become hypnotized. So if you don't have the fear of losing control, which a lot of people do, and you're able to hold on to hold focus, you can be hypnotized. All right, then I love this one. This is so great. That it can cause possession. That it's dangerous, that you can damage your mind with it. Again, everybody does this every night, so we're all probably damaged in one way or another. My cats think I'm their possession. All right, so, and then the hypnosis is not real therapy. Statistic that this is studied at Harvard, it's taught at Stanford, it's taught at very, very big colleges, and it's used quite a bit in various different therapies, a lot with post-traumatic stress disorder. So it's becoming even more so now with people coming back from the war. It does work. Part of my story, not all of it, because I haven't had any moonshine. I walked in on someone who had hung themselves. And it was someone very, very close to me, and it was very, very traumatic. And they used hypnosis to make it so I could be a functioning human being again. So it really does work as far as real therapy goes. Sorry. They say that it's going to, some people think that hypnosis is going to give you amnesia, you won't remember anything. I think the few people I've done already this time, they notice that they remember every single thing and then some that happened during the session. And often I will give the suggestion that you will continue in a past life regression, that throughout the day you'll remember more details about different things. If you have a hypnotist that tries to make it so you don't remember anything that happened, they're probably not certified, they're probably not really good. So you should remember every single thing that happens to you. And if you have a trusted, if you're having past life and they won't let anybody else be in the room, probably not someone that you should trust as well either. They should always allow somebody else to be there to make sure that you stay safe and that nothing funky's going on. And that only bad things come true with hypnosis. I have a lot of people cry during the hypnosis, but it's usually because of a good reason. Sometimes bad things come through, but usually it's good stuff. All right, so everybody says, oh, I can't be hypnotized. Yeah, you can. Anybody here ever been driving down the road? You leave your house, and the next thing you know, you're somewhere else. Don't know how you got there. Okay, that's actually being hypnotized. You've slipped into that theta, you're still functioning, but you've moved on. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of a test to see how susceptible you are. So what I'd like you to do is put down all your cups and your drinks and make it so you don't kick them over on this beautiful floor. Put both feet on the ground. And this is just a quickie test. I want you to put both arms out in front of you, one with palm up, one with palm down. Okay, I want you to close your eyes. And now imagine in the hand that has the palm up that I've just put a very heavy book. And now I've put another very heavy book on top of that hand. Now I'm coming by, and on the other hand, I have a balloon. And I'm tying it around your wrist, and it's a big balloon, and it has a lot of helium, and it's floating up and up. And the book in the other hand is getting heavier and heavier. Okay, open your eyes and look at your hands. If you have a big difference between your hands, the one with the balloon is higher, should be higher, and you're the opposite, you're just weird. You can put your hands back down. So if you had a really big difference, you're very susceptible to suggestion. And that was no relaxation involved with that at all. That was just a quickie little test to see how easily you're going to go down. I go down like a brick. It's bad. The tuning bowls that, I don't know if you heard when we were setting up the sound, I have tuning bowls. As soon as they hit the second, does anybody not know how they play tuning bowls? They have a striker and they strike the bowl and it makes the tone, and then sometimes they'll go around the bowl. As soon as they hit that bowl, I'm gone. Okay, yeah, that's fine, we'll do that. So, yeah, I go down like a brick. All right, so basically, if you can imagine it, you can do it with hypnosis. I fight a lot of phobias. People go, I'm so afraid of spiders, I can't go in the same room with one. Oh, well, let's find out where that came from, and let's fix it. I have had some clients that we go over the same issue over and over and over, and they get eventually desensitized to it. We can look up past memories, we can quit smoking. I find that with weight loss and smoking, some people get it on the first hypnosis session, but I think it's better if you get a CD for those two, because some people need it to be reinforced several times. If you have a hard time studying, we can make it so that you concentrate better. There's lots and lots of things that you can do with that. With hypnosis, it's all about the vibes, okay? Color has or we're going to start talking about chakras now. Color has a wavelength. And what I mean by wavelength is every time it goes up and down is considered a wave. And the number of waves that go through is considered its frequency. So you see that at the very top of the screen they have red. Red is much, much slower than violet. Violet goes up and down a lot faster and has a faster frequency. So when we're talking about your chakras, does anybody not know what a chakra is? It's energy centers in our body. And they all have different frequencies. So the higher up, the more spiritual, has higher frequencies. So violet is going to come from up here, whereas red is more your root chakra, which is much lower, and we'll talk about that. So again, color is about wavelength, and so is sound. So this is a little bit about your chakras. Your crown chakra is the one at the top of your head. That's the one that connects you with anything that's spiritual, be it, if you call it God, if you call it psychic ability, when you're talking with your spirit guides, whatever, that's all coming from this area. The third eye is about here, and that's about psychic abilities. So that's the one that we're going to deal with today. And you notice the colors. The top is the purple, that's the fastest. And as we go down, the frequency gets slower. Your throat chakra is, guess where? It's in your throat. And that one is going to deal with communication. So if you have an issue communicating with someone, or you're getting ready to go out and communicate, you might want to make sure that your throat chakra is operating correctly and open. Your heart chakra talks about emotion, talks about love, it talks about other things as well as, anything that has to do with the heart, which could be blood flow, circulation, various different health issues. Your solar plexus is down lower, and that deals with your self-image, your ego, talks about your ambition, your intellect. We have your sacral, which is almost at the hip level, at the top of your hips is your sacrum, and that's orange, and it deals with creativity and desire and healing. And then the root chakra, I find to be one of the most important ones. Whenever we're getting ready to do spiritual work, we're going into a house that's haunted or something, everybody says you want to be balanced and grounded. Well, the truth is you want to be balanced first, but then you want to ground, and that's done with your root chakra. And I always tell people to be a tree. And what I mean by be a tree is grow deep, deep, deep roots. You do that from your root chakra. The more grounded you are, the less likely that the storm is going to knock you over. So if you find yourself having to deal with hauntings that are ugly or violent, or even if you just go into them, going in where there are spirit, if you are grounded, you will come out of it much better than if you're not. So you want to be a tree. And if anybody here is a Facebook friend of mine, occasionally you'll see I change my avatar to a tree. And that's usually a message to a particular, any number of individuals that they're letting things knock them over that shouldn't. Like that, you be a tree, grow those deep roots. So we might grow a couple roots today. Okay. So there's your tree. You want your root system to look like that. And you do that not only by doing your own, but by having a large base of people and things that keep you grounded. So you have lots of friends that you can reach out to. You're going to grow your own roots nice and deep. And so a tree with strong roots lasts the storm. So that's my cat Splash. Yeah, he's an old man. All right, so now we're gonna get ready for our hypnosis session. So what I'd like you to do is actually turn your cell phones off, because if they vibrate, they're still gonna be annoying. It's only gonna be, 20, 30 minutes that you won't have your phone. And I want you to be as comfortable as possible. Is there anybody in here, if you have seizures, I'm going to ask you to not participate, only because I can't get to you. There's a lot of people in here. If I do walk up to you and touch you, I'll say the word suspend, and that means you have to stop. You're just going to stop where you are. I've never had to do that with this session before, but you never know. Okay, I want you to sit or lie in a comfortable position. If you cannot go under, just sit there quietly and let other people enjoy it. And I'm going to ask that you not get up and move around. So get as comfortable as you can, everything down. Now what I do is, I do start off with tuning bowls. I'll try not to go out on myself. And I play a lot of music. So we'll start off with the tuning bowls. That lasts about, tuning bowls and chanting, and that goes on for about 5 minutes. And then there's some awesome music, and then I'll start talking, and we'll be done. Anybody have any questions before we start? Okay, make sure that you're not going to fall over on me. So you want to make sure that you're secure in your seat when you get really relaxed. Okay, Splash, go away.
I'm gonna be really weird, I'm sorry, but I have to
You know what? I like it when people lie down, because then they don't fall down.
Yes, and I'm not doing that, so I'm not doing that.
I find out when I wear a hood. That's the other thing. If I put the hood over my head, gone. It doesn't take much to make me gone anyway. What's that?
Candy.
Okay, so I want you to start off. We're going to I want you to look at a spot up on the ceiling. I'm going to count backwards from 5. When I get to 1, I just want you to close your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. Imagine your breathing is like the ocean, with the waves coming and going. See how each wave builds, then crests, and turns white. Watch it as it rolls upon the shore. You can hear the music of the waves as they roll into the distance. Watch the waves as you breathe deeply in and out. The waves and your breathing becomes slower. You relax more with each wave. Find a place along the shore where you can sit. Look at the sand and see all the colors of each grain. Imagine now that you're lying down, resting on the shore. The The sun has warmed the sand, and it is perfectly dry and comfortable. Feel how the sand gives way to support your body perfectly. Take a deep breath and relax. Take a moment to enjoy all the sensations of this beautiful place. Hear the sound of the waves, the colors of the water, any sounds you might hear. It's okay to get lost in the sounds and the sensations. Feel the gentle breeze as it blows across your face. You are completely safe and completely comfortable. Your body may feel numb. That's very natural. Just let go and enjoy. I'm going to take you deeper into trance by counting from 1 to 5. Anything you hear besides my voice and the music will only help you go deeper into trance. If my voice fades in and out, don't worry. Your mind will fill in all the blanks. 5. Float deep. 4. Sink much, much deeper. 3. More comfortable and deeper. 2. 100 times deeper. 1. You're at your deepest level of trance. Let's start by opening and stimulating energy points in your body. At the base of your spine is your root chakra. This is the foundation of your emotional stability. Imagine a clear red light of your root chakra growing stronger and clearer. Just like a rainbow, the next chakra is orange in color. Your sacral chakra is responsible for healing and creativity. Use your imagination to open your sacral chakra. Now, pull a thread of energy from your root chakra and connect it upwards to your sacral chakra so they are connected. The energy from your sacral chakra connects at the level of your navel to your solar plexus. The solar plexus is yellow. Fine-tune the color until it is a beautiful, strong yellow. Moving the energy thread upward. Next is your heart chakra. It is green. Each of your chakras pull from the one below and they connect to one another. They build upon each other and grow clearer and stronger. Your throat chakra is blue. Turn up the color and the frequency till you have your amazing blue color in your throat chakra. Now connect your throat chakra to your third eye, which is located between your eyes on your forehead. The color is indigo, a combination of blue and violet. This chakra is responsible for your psychic intuition and psychic health. At the top of your head is your crown chakra. This is your spiritual connection to the universe. Imagine on the top of your head there's a lotus flower with 1,000,000 petals, and it blooms. From it comes pure, clear, white light. It is brighter and stronger than any white light you have ever experienced. Imagine that the light envelops your body and connects to your root chakra. So the energy flows in a circle. Now I'd like you to focus your attention on your third eye, which is located in the middle of your forehead. Everyone has one. Use the powers of your mind to open your third eye. With a wave of your hand, you can move anything that interferes with your psychic vision. You are safe, so you can remove all fear, It is perfectly natural to use your third eye and see the spiritual world. Everything has an aura, a glow of light around it. Rocks do, homes, and people. Soon you will understand the colors. You can see spiritual beings that hover close. Feel free to let your mind wander to places that you have known. Do not be afraid. You can go anywhere you wish and return at will. See the world with your third eye. Every day, you will see this world clearer and clearer. Now that your third eye is open, you will be able to use this vision easily. You have control over this gift. You are in complete control of when you choose to use it. You can close it at any time. Take a moment now to open and close your third eye. You have filters that you can use to block some things out and let other things in. Now I'm going to count backwards from 5 to 1. And when I reach 1, you will awaken. 5. 5. You will remember everything you've experienced, knowing that it was a complete success. 4. You are very satisfied with the work you have done and how easily it is to control your third eye. 3. You're more in touch with the room and the things around you. 2. Your mind and body are returning back to normal. When you imagine the number 1 in your mind's eye, in the next moment, you will be fully awake, feeling refreshed and excited about the day. Y'all feel tingly? Doesn't work quite as well, I don't think, with a microphone. Did you like it? Okay. Usually I just use my regular voice, and I wasn't sure if it was coming in and out.
I enjoyed the suggestion that if you fade it out, that it's in out.
Okay. That's good. It's always entertaining for me to sit up here and watch people. It's like, oh, brick, yeah, that one's not going down. You know, oh, rock over there. You know, some people go down really hard, and then other people not quite so much.
Like that. Is that when you're looking out of them? Is that what
I can see, you know, some people, like, their head will fall down. Other people, if I say, look at this, and they start doing this, I'm like, okay, you're right there. And they're just different things. One of my favorite stories, I had a young kid one time tell me that he couldn't be hypnotized. Okay. And he sat down on his knees during, you know, just sat down instead of sitting on his butt, he sat on his knees. And as I started talking, he started doing this. And I was like, oh, crap. So when I actually did 2 sessions at that particular festival, and I told, next time you come, you bring a towel to lay on, because it's too stressful on me to see you doing this. Yeah. I've seen people cry. They've just been sitting there and the tears will start coming. Because, you know, everybody's got different emotional levels, and it's always funny to me when people do cry, because then they avoid me the rest of the weekend. And it's like, people cry, you know, we do it. It shows me you have emotion. Do you have any questions, any comments? Yes, ma'am.
So how does one become a certified hypnotist? Like, what's the process? Is there a training, and then is there multiple training? Is there, like, you go out and practice and come back and talk about it? How does that whole process work?
There's multiple trainings. I went to the ARE, which is the Edgar Cayce Foundation, and it was a 40-hour class for the first one, where we sat in lecture and then hypnotized each other. And then after that, there's one for past life regression and different things that you can go through. I'm sure that there's other places that do it. I happen to go, I live in Virginia Beach, and I trust that particular organization. But there are several other organizations that do it as well. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Do you have, excuse me, do you have an audio recording of what you just did?
Yes. I have several that I have recorded. I know I do have a past life. I have smoking, I have weight loss, I have increasing your psychic ability, contacting your spirit guides, and I think those are the only ones that we've got recorded so far. So I can have them put on a flash drive for you. Oh, and restful sleep, that's the other one.
No.
Yeah, you can't sleep, honey, ma'am. Yeah,
that would be great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's always interesting to me when people go into their past lives. It's fascinating to me. I remember, I know I've talked to some of you about this, that I absolutely clearly remember feeling the ship go out from underneath my feet in a past life, and no, it was not the Titanic. I don't know what ship it was little, it was smaller, but I would like somebody to go through with that and explore that with me, you know. Any other questions?
Just a comment, when you were at the Safeway shop,
Uh-huh.
I was already seeing the purple light that I see during my usual meditation.
Right.
Is that very common?
I actually just started incorporating the chakra into this
Mhm.
because I find that I do this a lot with the paranormal and people, and most of them go into investigations so wide open that it scares me. So I thought, all right, well, let's try to build some roots here. But if you meditate on a regular basis, it's easy. You just, go in and out pretty easy. So yes, it is, but not for everybody.
Can you explain the importance of going into an investigation with yourself surrounded by that white light?
Well, I think that as paranormal investigators, we're kind of in there looking, and whenever you're looking for not negative things, when you're looking for things, you become a beacon, in my opinion, and you don't want something to attach to you and go home with you. But also, you Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, okay? Did you guys see Ghostbusters? It knows what scares you. And if you are protected, it's not going to be able to get to what scares you. So the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is not going to show up.
What about also enveloping yourself in gold or silver light as a reflector?
I've actually never done that.
Okay, I know it works for me.
It works for you? Good.
Mhm.
As a reflector?
Mhm.
Very good. If I were doing that, I would probably envision a mirror.
Right.
I know with some of the human beings I've dealt with, I use mirrors a lot. So if what they're sending to me is good, they get good back. It's a way to send it back without messing up my karma. It's like if you're sending me good stuff, bring it, you're gonna get it right back. But if you're sending me bad stuff, that's you doing it, not me. So I don't mess up my karma. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Do you have, I guess, reputable people that you can go to get the past life, I guess I've always wanted to find out, and I've never gone through, and I wouldn't even know where to begin, that somebody is reputable that can do it,
There's lots of people out there that do it. I would see that they're certified. I think that there's organizations online that you can go to. I know that the gentleman that trained me was Alan Chips, is his name. He's actually has since passed away, but he and his wife have traveled around. Their organization is NATH, N-A-T-H, NATH. If you go on and Google it, I'm sure that they would have people down here in Florida that you could contact. But I think you should go to somebody who's certified. And like I said, there are other certifying organizations.
And usually how many sessions, I guess, is that entailed to get it all, you know what I mean?
Past lives?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think that, I know at this particular conference, I've had one individual who had 12 past lives that they could count. One had 8. Most people are kind of in that general range from what I've experienced. They don't all, I think a lot of it depends too on what, when you do a past life regression, you don't necessarily get the whole past life. You might get bits and pieces. So some of it might just depend on what you're looking for, what lessons were in that particular life that you need to bring forward and incorporate. I particularly don't think it really matters how you died in past lives, because you did. Right? And I don't find that that's necessarily helpful to relive your death, because that's just the end of that life, and you're moving on to the next one. So the question is, what is it you're bringing forward?
That's what I'm wondering, is what lesson do I have to learn from there to know for this,
Well, what I generally do is I will ask you before you wake up, what message is it? What lessons do you need to bring forward from this particular experience? And I say, I send you back to a significant life event. I don't tell you when it is. I just say, go back to a significant life event. And I think that your soul tells you what it is you're supposed to hear. And it'll take you back to what you're supposed to be bringing forward. So there is no particular number. A lot of it just depends on how well you learned the lesson in the past. And I personally feel like once you've learned the lesson, you don't have to do it again. I also believe that we choose the lessons that we're supposed to learn before we're born. And that the people who have the hardest lives are the bravest souls because they chose that. Or they want to learn a whole lot real fast. Anyone else?
What can one expect to pay a respected person to do something like
To
that?
do about $60 is about the lowest you're going to find. There was one guy online who was charging $250, but his clients were stars. All right.
Is that per session or is that per series?
It's usually per session. Again, if you're looking at things like stopping smoking, it's probably better just to buy the CD. There's a lot of people who will do like a mass stop smoking thing. And sometimes it works, sometimes one is enough and sometimes it's not. It's really kind of an individual thing. But like I said, $60 is kind of the going rate for that kind of stuff. Unless they're a PhD or a psychologist, and then you're going to pay the...
Or if they're world renowned or something, I guess.
Right. Like I said, the one guy I saw was charging $250. I thought that was kind of outrageous. Anything else? Okay, fine. Go out and look around the house and see what you can find.
Teddy Skyler. Just a couple quick notes. We got Brian Cano at 2 p.m. right after lunch, and 3 p.m. is Paul Bradford.
Woohoo!
And if you have any videos, please get them in for the dinner show.